We're here in the national park at GEDI on the shores of the Dead Sea. In the middle of an absolute desert, GEDI appears and surprises the visitor with its streams, waterfalls, plants, and animals. The contrast between the killing heat of the desert and the water and shade of this oasis is a powerful metaphor for the difference between life without God and life with Him. In this clip, our group is standing under a brown spreading acacia tree. One of few trees to flourish in the desert, the acacia sinks its roots deep into the land to find water. So when one sees an acacia, it marks a possible location to dig for water. Some believe that the tree of Psalm 1 could have been an acacia tree. Even though it might look dead, it's still connected to life. In the early morning, small beads of sap emerge from the thorny branches of the acacia. These can be gathered and made into a sweet flour to make bread. And according to our guide, sometimes quail have been known to fly in from over the water and lay on the ground in the shade of the acacia, exhausted, where they can be easily caught to provide food. So near this tree in the desert, one can find water, food, and of course shade from the heat. Finally, this was the wood used to build the Ark of the Covenant and part of the furnishings of the tabernacle. Looking down the trail, one sees the blue Dead Sea in the distance, the green trees, and hears the waterfall. There are also caves all over these mountains, making one think of the story in 1 Samuel 24 of Saul chasing David to En-Gedi. David and his men hid in a cave here, and Saul entered the same cave. David's men thought that God had provided David a perfect opportunity to kill Saul and become king. One can understand why they thought that. How likely is it that Saul would enter the exact cave where they were out of the hundreds in this area? Yet David refused to kill Saul, and God blessed him for it. In Psalm 18:33, David says God makes his feet like the feet of a deer to stand on the heights. It's amazing to be here and see the ibex run easily up and down these steep cliffs. Notice that David doesn't ask God for an easier place to live, but rather that God help him face the challenges where he does live, an exemplary attitude in times of trouble.